What is up everyone, Dad Geeky Guy here, and today we'll be looking at a Katsu the Wanderer classic constructed deck. So Katsu is one of my favorite hero of all time, and I've been refining the deck since last few weeks. Actually, I've been grinding Katsu, planning to actually playing him during the upcoming Pro Quest. So this is basically the list. This is going to be basically the list that I've been playing. I'm sharing it with you guys, so all you ninja lovers out there could get a sense that what a general kind of a Katsu deck should look like. Of course, this heavily varies upon your local meta. So if your meta have different type of classes that is popular, you might want to modify or adapt the deck according to those. Now the list is going to be up in my Patreon, but don't worry, if you watch the whole video you should be able to make out the list, no issue. And also the sideboarding guide, it's going to be on the right here in the sideboard tab. So if you have the deck list, you'll be able to actually see the sideboard guide, but I'll also go into briefly how to sideboard. So make sure if you want to have the deck list, just go to my Patreon, subscribe to it, and then you should be able to access my deck list. I'm going to post it there, but you will be also able to see all the cards right here. I'm going to talk through it, so don't worry about the deck link itself. Just pause the video anytime you want. You should be able to get the whole picture. And then for the equipment, I'm just gonna glance through it quickly. So Kodachi scales, tunic, cross strap, momentum, null rune, and snapdragon scalers. So if you're going aggro, cross strap definitely, and null rune growth for Viserai matchups, and also scales for others, and mask is pretty standard, scalers always. Now for the whole deck, basically, once again, even bigger than that is the main engine. So some argue that playing the yellow one could be better because you can pitch it for 2 Kodachis, but I'm comfortable with reds. You can definitely change it to yellow. I think this deck should be able to run yellow without any issues. You can try it out. Feel free to do so. You should be able to pull it off most of the time. I think 90% of the time you should be able to pull it off. Red is definitely, it never misses so far for me for about 50 games or so, maybe up to 100 games that I played. I'm not sure how many games that I've played. I played quite a lot of Katsu matches. So red ones for me, you definitely change it to yellow if you want, up to your preference. 3 AEs, 1 CNC. So CNC, you want to play it against classes that rely heavily on arsenals. So definitely play against a Chain, Lexi, and classes like that. E strikes, 3 flick flags. Always put in the 3 flick flags. I don't take it out even if I'm going aggro. It's very useful. So it is part of the main 60 card deck. And then leg taps, 100 wins, blue and reds. So if you have 2 blues in your hand, 100 wins if one of it, you can definitely play this to poke your opponent for 1. Remember, if an attack action hits, you can definitely trigger your Katsu. So try to use this to your advantage. 3 razor reflex, definitely. You're an aggro class. 2 rising neutras, 3 reds, 2 blues. You can definitely cut down a blue and put in whatever your favorite blue is. You can put in Fluster Fist blue. You can put in Soul Beat Strike blue. So those definitely work. I just feel like sometimes I do have a need for a blue rising knee, because this deck does run 2 hurricane techniques. Sink Below 3, Snatch 3, Throne of Tempo 3, Soul Beat Strike 3, Unmovable for Star Wars matchups, for Guardian matchups, and for Warrior matchups. And then Surging Strikes, 5 copies of those, 2 yellow, 3 reds. You want to bump it up to 3 yellows, that's also possible. 3 blues, 3 reds, hurricane technique, 2 hurricane techniques. So if you are so there's 2 ways to go about it. You can actually play 1 hurricane and 1 blackout. You can go for maybe like me, 2 hurricanes, but I definitely think hurricane is a superior one compared to blackout, just because of the ability to go back to your hand after hit. You can arsenal this. If you have extra resource, you can play it out again. And so the hit effect is really annoying for your opponent to deal with. Blackout Kick is fine, but the damage is a bit too vanilla for my taste. And then we have Art of War 1 copy. So you want to put this in if you are going for full throttle aggro. So 3, even bigger than that, Art of War, pretty good, especially if you're running tunic. I would suggest taking this out if you're playing cross trap, because this might slow you down, since you do have to pitch, banish 1, and then play this out. 3 copies of Mugenshi, Crane Dance, Fine Center, pretty standard wins, and then a lot of wins. So definitely can cut down on 1 Crane Dance, or maybe Fine Center is pretty good because it's 2 interacts well with even bigger than that, but Crane Dance is only 1, so definitely can cut down to actually 1 and then just put in a blue Flusterfish. It just works better. So there are some things that you can change to your taste, but this currently works for me pretty well, so I don't have any qualms with it. 18 blues, pretty enough. So 18 blues because you do want your deck to support unmovable. Feel free to actually remove 1 Crane Dance if you are not running unmovables. Also, if you are playing on the against chain, you want to raise them, actually cut down on 1 snatch. Against Star War, you kind of want to do the hit and run method, where you make sure you want to have your unmovable in your arsenal, get ready for the big attack, block some, and then hit them, hit and run, do again, repeat, try to go second if you're going aggro. And then if you're going against classes like warrior and stuff, you do want to have some setup. Going against chain, you want to go first to prevent their soul shackle and stuff from having 1. So even though against chain you're going aggro, so just a special mention, because chain is such a popular class, if you are going against chain, do go first if possible, because you just want to make sure that you kill them off by the time they reach the 4th soul shackle. If you're not killing them off, then definitely you're doing something wrong. So those are some of the advice that I can give. Against Star War, once again, hit and run. Try to go second. You want to be the aggressor. You want to make sure they try to reduce the cards in their hand. And that's pretty much it, guys. Star War is going to be the worst matchup for this deck. It's pretty hard to beat Star War. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. I'm gonna just do a quick scroll so you guys can take a look at the cards. And for the patrons, you're gonna have the link. So just a quick shout out to the patrons. Thank you very much, guys, for the support. So of course, the link is always there. Sideboarding guide will be at Patreon. And do try to play around. Katsu is really a fun deck. The only thing that's stopping him to be great is Star War. And definitely recently for the Pro Tour, Kano is on the rise. So that's something this deck would definitely struggle with, because you might be able to or might not be able to race with Kano. Kano is the Aether Wildfire is really something scary. And that's basically it, guys. Do like, subscribe, comment down below what you want to see next. Yep, enjoy, bye.